Time. I'm Katie Wayne, and today we're at Connoquenessing Valley Elementary School reading books with toys. Are you ready for an adventure in reading? Me too. Come on, let's read. Today we're going to read books with toys. Does anybody love toys? Me too. So let's start with this one. This is Pilot Pups by Michelle Meadows. Start the engine, buckle up, down the runway. Pilot pups, rolling faster, lift up high, soaring, roaring to the sky. Canines cruising in control, searching, searching on patrol. Bumpy, jumpy, rocky ride, climbing higher, start to glide. Watch out for the mountaintop, curving, swerving, sudden drop. Flick the switches, pull back up, zipping, zooming, pilot pups. Up and over, in between, double check the radar screen. Pilots see a patch of fog. Hit the lights, shouts Captain Dog. Scan the valley, cruise the creek, flying round a pointy peak. Smoky signal rising up, dart in closer. Pilot pups, stranded buddies in big trouble. Call a chopper on the double. Whizzing, whirring, spin and shift. Drop the rope and lift, lift, lift. Drifting gently through the air, turning, tilting, almost there. Pups glide softly to the ground. Everybody's safe and sound. What did you think? Good. Good. What did you like?
I liked how they were like people. They were like pups. Like it's not really like normal to have like pups to save the day.
Sure.
I like the color of the airplane because that's my favorite.
Okay, good.
I like how they said even though it was like a person, like they called it like a mountain.
Right, right. They saw things differently. Sure. Yeah, that was neat.
My brother has pilot pups.
It's fun to have a book that you've read before and read it again, isn't it? Books can be read as many times as you want to. So, Toys in Space by Minnie Gray. That summer night, for the first time, the toys were left outside. The sun went down, the sky grew gray, and for the very first time, the toys saw this. Everyone was quiet for a while. And then, what's those? They're the stars, stupid. Dang it, don't you know what the stars is? Ooh, I don't like the dark. I may get damp. I'm scared. It was going to be a long night. We need someone to tell us a story, said the Blue Rabbit. The Wonder Doll thought for a moment, and then she began. Once upon a time, the Wonder Doll said, there were 7 toys left out in the garden. A resourceful pink horse, a brave small sheep, a clever blue rabbit, a strong little cowboy, a thoughtful green dinosaur, a helpful wind-up robot, and a Wonder Doll. Well, the sun went down and the toys saw the stars for the very first time. And then one of the stars started to grow. It got bigger and bigger and bigger. And the toys realized it was actually not a star at all. It was a spaceship. And the spaceship opened up a bright hole and beamed the toys into it. Help! I'm scared. You ninny. I'm not scared of aliens. What's aliens? Well, went on the Wonder Doll, the toys were inside the spaceship and feeling a bit worried, as you can imagine. Then a door opened. It's drooling alien. It probably likes to eat pink felt. It might drool on the toys. No dang alien is drooling at me. Someone might get their stuffing probed, and the toys saw a shadow in the doorway. I don't think anyone's stuffing should be probed. Oh dear, there might be an accident. No dang drooling alien is probing me. In came a space creature. What did it look like? Was it drooling? It looked rather like a glove, and it was wearing pajamas, and its eyes were red from crying. What was it called? We will call it the Octopies for now. The Octopies looked carefully at the toys, but none was the toy it was searching for. The Octopies showed the toys a picture of its Cuddles, who was lost. It took them to a room of 1,000 lost toys. It had collected them from gardens all over Earth. Hey, you can't just take people's toys without asking. They all belong to someone. They will be missed. Doesn't it know that stealing toys is wrong? The Octopies must send those 1,000 toys back. The toys helped the Octopies realize that all those 1,000 lost toys had to be returned to their real home. But how do they know where to send them? Luckily, the Octopies was very organized and had labeled them all with their addresses. It put a stamp on each label to help with the delivery. Then they parachuted all the lost toys down toward Earth. Once they had gone, the Octopies sat down and cried. It still didn't have its Cuddles. The toys need to make it feel better. Then the dinosaur had an idea. They could have a party to cheer up the Octopies. Everyone had jobs to do. Blue Rabbit and Pink Horse made a cake, Wonder Doll and Small Sheep made party hats, and Robot and Dinosaur made the decorations. And what about the cowboy? What did the cowboy do? The cowboy organized the games. Hey, you, stop, you're out. They played musical chairs and musical statues. It turned out that the Octopies was outstandingly good at musical statues and won every time. What was the prize? They gave it the Wonder Doll's medal as the prize. But the toys can't stay in space forever. They need to go home. Someone will be missing them. Our toys have to return, the Wonder Doll carried on. They each hold a balloon to drift down, and everyone takes a piece of cake. The Octopies waves goodbye. And down, down, down through the dark space, and into blue sky, and through clouds, and toward the ground float the toys. The Wonder Doll stopped. The toys opened their eyes. The dawn had happened. It was a new day, and soon they would be found. But what about the story? Does the Octopies find its Cuddles? Will there be a happy ending? I do hope there will be a happy ending. Dang it, you soft-headed reptile, she ain't made it up yet. "Oh yes," said the Wonder Doll. "Of course it will find its Cuddles. It will be in the last place it looks." There it is. Things always are. Today we're going to make Cuddles, the alien's toy from our book today. So let me show you what you'll need. You'll need a glove. I chose a striped one, but you can use any kind of one. You can always decorate it in addition to what's there. You'll need some felt, some scissors for your helper, googly eye, I chose a yellow one. You could use whatever you like, some tacky glue, and some pillow stuffing. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is tuck in the thumb. So all you have to do is put your fingers inside and push that thumb back in so that we just have the 4 fingers on the top, like that. Then we're going to start stuffing by putting the stuffing in the fingers. So I'll take a little bit at a time and put it in each finger. So we'll start with the pinky. Just work it in there. Sometimes a popsicle stick can be helpful if you want to try and use that. Could be a knitted glove or a fleece glove or whatever. We had an old pair of gloves that we thought would be a good use to turn into Cuddles. You can shape it once you get a little bit of the stuffing in there. Working on each little finger. Just pushing it up and working it up to the end. There you go, and shaping it as we go. You can see if you can bend them a little bit too, if you want them to turn a different way. Okay, so now that I have that all filled up, I'm going to start filling up the rest. And spreading it out as I go, shaping it. You don't have to use all the stuffing. You could just use as much as you want it to be full. And you want to leave a little at the end, that wrist part. We're going to just tuck that in. If you want, you can glue this closed. Just like that, little tacky glue. Okay, so while that is drying, I'm going to just move that up. So now I'm going to let that start to dry, and I'm going to attach the eye right there on that white stripe. It's a little tacky glue. There's lots of different types of glue to use. There we go. Just leave that to start to dry. And then I'm going to cut out a square about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. We'll just fold it up to be about the size that I want. Then I can follow those lines. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not an exact science. I'm just going to make the mouth. I'm going to make a circle mouth, but you could just make a traditional kind of mouth. So I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to round it off just like that. And then I'm going to cut the center out. You could always use a felt marker or a pen to draw it out if you felt like you wanted to see what it looked like first. And then I'm going to try different ways of turning it and trying it. Okay. Kind of shouting, "Here I am," because Cuddles was lost in our story. So I'll put a little of the tacky glue on. There we go, all the way around. A little goopy with it so that it sticks well. Okay, you can make more of a smile or a laughing kind of face. Okay, so then I'm just gonna let this dry. And when it's dry, have my little Cuddles. We can have our little adventures in the outer space, just like characters in the story did. So be creative, but most of all, have fun. Let's read Raf by Ank de Vries. Ben and Raf are always together. Wherever Ben goes, Raf goes too. One day Raf is gone. Ben looks everywhere, but Raf is nowhere to be found. That night Ben goes to bed sad, all alone. The next morning, snow covers the ground. Ben doesn't feel like going outside without Raf. Snow is no fun. Then the mailbox clatters. Dear Ben, I've been found. I am traveling through Africa. Right now I am in the desert. It is really hot. The sun burns my head. I am as brown as chocolate. Raf. Dear Ben, now I am at a big lake, floating between a bunch of pink birds. Do you know what they are called? P.S. Help. They are pooping on my nose. Hi, Ben. The pink birds all flew away. The elephants scared them. I wasn't afraid at all. I had a nice shower. When I dried myself in the sun, I shrank a little. Raf. Hey there, Ben. I wish you were here in the jungle too. I've been swinging on vines with the monkeys. All that swinging has made my neck and tail a little longer. Raf. Dear Ben, you won't believe it. I am visiting giraffes. They made me stay for dinner. African food is good. I couldn't get enough of it. Hooray, hooray, hooray! I'm coming back. I have changed a bit. You may not recognize me. I can't wait to see you again. How about you, Raf? Days go by. No more postcards arrive. Did Raf forget about Ben? Tomorrow is Ben's birthday. Ben wakes up all alone. Without Raf, a birthday is no fun. Ring. The doorbell rings. Who could that be? Raf! He looks a bit different, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The end. Was that a little silly?
Yeah.
That's a great adventure, though. That toy went on lots of different places. Do you remember any of them?
Africa.
Africa was one. What else?
A lake.
He was in, some kind of water, right? Some kind of lake somewhere. Did he visit some birds?
Yeah.
Do you know what those birds were? Flamingos. Good. Where else did he travel?
Jungle.
Into a jungle with the monkeys. Let's read Too Many Toys by David Shannon. Spencer had too many toys. They covered the floor of his bedroom and piled up in his closet. They were stashed under his bed. They spilled down the stairs and into the living room. He had big toys in the backyard and little toys in the bathtub. Sometimes Spencer played with nice, quiet wooden pool toys. Other times he played with noisy, crazy electronic toys. He had puzzles, board games, and talking books that fueled his mind, and loud, jumpy, frenzy video games that didn't. Spencer liked to make his toys into a parade that stretched from one corner of the house to the other and back again. There was an entire zoo of stuffed animals and a gigantic army of little action figures. He had a fleet of planes, trains, and toy boats, and a convoy of miniature trucks and cars. He also had lots and lots of musical instruments, art supplies, and alien spaceman weapons. Everyone gave toys to Spencer. Of course, his mom and dad did. But so did Grandma Bobo and Poppy and Granddaddy and Auntie Mim and Uncle Fred and Cousin Drew. They gave him toys for every holiday, even the 4th of July and his birthday. He also got toys from all his friends on his birthday and on their birthdays too when he went to their parties. He got toys at the drive-thru with his kid burger and at school for having lots of peace person points and at the dentist and the doctor when he didn't squirm. That's a lot of toys. They were becoming a household hazard. Have you ever stepped on a Lego piece in your bare feet? Or a jack? Well, it really hurts, especially if you weigh as much as Spencer's dad. You can also trip on things like railroad tracks and race cars if you're carrying a load of laundry. One day, Spencer's mom had it up to here with all the toys. "Spencer!" she yelled on her way upstairs. "You have too many toys." "That's impossible," thought Spencer. Then she said, "We're going to get rid of some of them." "That's a catastrophe." "Pick up which toys you don't want," she ordered, "and put them in this box." "But I love them all," Spencer cried. "All right," his mother said, "I'll help you." She picked up an alien space ninja. "How about this one? You haven't played with this in years." "But I was just about to." "Spencer," his mother said, "it doesn't have a head." "I'm making him a new one," Spencer replied. "Fine," said Spencer's mother, "but this can definitely go." She put down the alien and picked up a filthy one-eared bunny. "Not Mr. Fluffer's! Mom, how could you?" "This one then," she said. "That's Mr. Fluffer's best friend." "This one? Mother, have you forgotten? Grandma Bobo gave me that on my 4th birthday, and I'll never be 4 again, ever." "Oh, please, Spencer," said his mom, rolling her eyes. "Don't be so dramatic." "Okay," she said. "You can keep that one, but I'm giving away this pig and Johnny Choo Choo." "Tell you what," countered Spencer. "I'll let you have the pig, but I get Johnny Choo Choo." "What are you, a lawyer now?" asked Spencer's mother. "You can keep Johnny Choo Choo, but the cow goes in the box too. Deal?" "How about 2 Ginguch Goonies instead," said Spencer, "and I'll throw in a little peeper of your choice." "How about all of them go in the box or you don't watch TV for a week?" Spencer decided it was in his best interest to agree. "Deal." "Finally, some toys in the box," sighed Spencer's mom. "I have no idea. This would be so much work." She plopped down on the floor next to an egg-shaped pirate that bellowed, "Arr, avast ye scurvy dogs! Avast, scurv dogs, you scurv dog." "Here's another one you can do without," she said. "No problem," said Spencer. His mom nearly fell over. "What? You're going to give it up just like that?" "Sure," Spencer replied. That's Dad's. So Spencer and his mom went through every toy box, looked in every closet and under every bed until they had haggled and wrestled and argued over every toy in the entire house. Finally, they were finished, and his mom had a cup of hot tea and a short rest. Then she went upstairs to begin loading the toys into the car. But instead of a nice, neat box of toys all ready to go, she saw a big, messy pile of toys all over the floor. "Spencer!" she screamed. "What have you done? We had a deal!" "You're right, Mom," Spencer called from his bedroom. "I do have too many toys, but you can't give away this box. It's the best toy ever!" And thank you for listening so well to all the stories about toys. Well, that's all the time we have today at Connoquenessing Valley Elementary School. Remember, if you'd like us to come to your school, ask your teacher or principal to contact us. See you next time. Bye-bye.